Okay, let me say again. The topic what we are going to see today is DOM. What is DOM is document object model. Okay, what is document object model? And also here they have mentioned as DOM tree. So we are going to see first what is document object model and then DOM tree. So actually, I'm not sure how many of you have seen the video yesterday, but just I'm saying you one example for object. Let me say, let person is an object who's having name Raja, age 35, color something. Color we can remove, gender male. Okay, actually this is an object. If you have seen yesterday's video, you'll be very clear what is an object. So because here there is a word object, so that's what I have written it. We will see. Okay, whenever you are writing this is the HTML, right? This is just the small thing. Which one? This is just the template of the HTML with only one text inside it. The text also does not have any body in it. Okay, and also here they have given something. Lost the link. Yes. Here they have written something. The same thing they have written. Okay, let me. Fine. First, from here we will see. So, okay. So how it will get stored in the, actually how we are seeing it. This is how we are seeing. There is a HTML tag. Inside that there is a head tag. Inside of head there is a title tag. So how it will get stored is, it will get stored like this. HTML. So head, this head and this body. I don't know why they have given it. There is some text tag. I'm not sure what it is. So first consider head tag, body tag. That's it. HTML tag. HTML tag. Inside of that, there are two tags, head tag and body tag. So this is how it will. What to say? Parent of the this head is HTML, and parent of title tag is. I think there will be one text node between each and everything. We can see that later. So here there is a text content about elk here. So title tag, there is a text inside it about elk. And then there is a body tag. Inside of that, there is a text content. It has the truth about elk. So this is how it will get stored. So why they have mentioned as DOM tree, if you can come here, you'll come to know. Mostly I'm going to walk through with these two websites only. I found W3 schools as what to say, have a has a good flow in HTML DOM. Okay. So why they are calling it as tree? Because it will store it like a tree, kind of a family tree. What is that? It is a document. Document is the root element. Sorry, HTML is the root element. It is a whole document. HTML is the root element. Inside it, what were there? head tag and body tag. Inside of head tag, what were there? Title tag. So inside of title tag, there was a text, right? Inside of the text title tag here also, we have some text. So there were meta tags also. You can, where you will add this meta tag, here we will add this. Inside the head tag, we have meta tag also. So here they have taken some other example. So here in the body tag, what are all present? There is two elements. One is a tag and then h1 tag. A tag has an attribute href. H1 tag has a text my header. So by seeing this, I can write what are all. It is not there. It is not there. It is not there. And there is a tag and h tag. So there is an a tag, and then there is an h1 tag which contains my header text, and a tag which has an href attribute. So by seeing this tree, I can make my HTML. So what they are trying to say is, what are all the you are writing in HTML, it will take it as a tree. It will take it as a tree and then it will work. So if I want, it will be helpful for accessing each and everything. So this is a parent, and then for body, this will be parent. For a tag, body is the parent. For this text content, h1 is the parent. So we are going to see how we are going to get elements from this document, and then what are all the operations we are going to do with those what is that, with those elements, what we are going to do. So they are saying this with object model, what we can do. HTML can change all the HTML elements in the, sorry, JavaScript can change all the HTML. How we will access? We will access these in JavaScript only. Let me change DOM and DOM here. Fine. So we will access, already we have seen some of the elements like document.getElementById by ID. So in the JavaScript only, we are going to get all the elements. So what they are saying, through JavaScript, we can change all the elements. So we can change elements, and also while seeing each tag, it will be very clear. We can change the HTML attribute also. So we can access this attribute and then we can change it. And also we can add styles to it. We have once we have changed the style of background color, we have changed the background color of something through document.getElementById. So we can add styles to it, and also we can remove existing elements and attribute. So we can add element, and then we at the same time we can remove element from the DOM. That's what they are saying in the first, these two lines. Can react to. Yeah, there is another thing called HTML events. What are those? So till now we did not read anything like this, right? If I'm clicking on the button, what you need to, what some actions need to be done. Let's say if I'm clicking on the button, one paragraph tag should get hidden, or else let's say if I'm clicking on the button color, that button color should change, or else by clicking on the button, the next the element, the button nearer to its color should change, and or else we can say there are two buttons with the text, text add and delete. If I'm clicking on add element, delete buttons text should change. So we can do many things. So animations also we can do. See, there is a thing here, H DOM animations. So what they did is, after clicking on it, animation is using DOM they have done. After clicking in it, they are moving this object from here. So after seeing these things, you can start with small project. Then only it will be easy for you to understand the concepts. Okay, let's see. Okay. JavaScript can change all the elements in the page. First, let us see how we can get all the values. Yes. We already know document.getElement by ID, right? So let me add a tag with ID, tag with ID, test. My name is Pavitra. So how we will access it, we all know. Get element by ID. So first, I would have printed this document also already. Let me do once again. Console.log. What I'm going to do is going to get the element with which has I did not open it. Actually, this is the document, so it will get stored like this. So I'm going to get this p tag from here. Fine. Mistake I have done. Document.getElement by ID of test, right? Yeah, big mistake. क्या तप्पा कर दिया है? சும்மா ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணுதான் எழுதணும். I don't know what mistake I'm doing. Let me just copy it here. Whether it double quotes and single quotes is not a problem. We try. I'm not sure. We can use. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, inside the script tag it is working, but there. Oh, okay. 1 minute. Wait. Doc. Actually, once again, let me. Mm, Document.ready is not in JavaScript. Mm, I have not used it. Just I'm going to check it here. Okay. I'll explain. Actually, I have directly started working in jQuery. Actually, jQuery is nothing but a library of JavaScript. But still, it is better to know all the things in the JavaScript basics, and then we going to jQuery will be better. So first, what was the problem was, um, I was here when I tried to access it, the HTML element was not loaded fully. What to say, it was not loaded. So here it does not know there is an element called intro. So for, what I did, don't consider this line for the now, or else we can use it in script tag there itself. Just to we will use many things. I don't want to use in the same page. That's why I gave here. It's just like they are checking whether DOM content is loaded. So only after the DOM content is loaded, we are trying to access it. But I'll check in JavaScript whether any other things are there. I'll check and then let you know. For now, we can learn using this. I'll write all the codes inside this, all the examples inside this. But I will check in internet and then let you know, guys, whether there is another method than this. What it is checking is whether the DOM content is loaded, then only I can access the elements, right? So I have just checked it here. If I was previously when I was giving it, it was saying null. So okay, here I can find. Wait, I can remove this and then it should. I hope it should work. Let me check. Yes. Actually, the script tag was at the top, so it was not loaded. First, it loaded the HTML JS elements. Sorry, it loaded the JS file. So usually we will put the JS file at the bottom of the body tag only. Then only we can access all the elements in the body. What to say? All the elements in the document. So this is the best practice to use. Script tag should be added at the bottom. You can search in internet. They'll say the reasons why the script tag should be added at the bottom. So till now we did not access the DOM element, so we added at the top. So now here if we want to access the DOM, we need to add at the bottom of the body. Fine. So no confusions we can get. So there are other methods too. So let me write a class name of DOM. So I can also get elements by class name. What is the class name? What is the class name I have given? DOM. Okay. So let me see what it will come. Actually, there is there is some difference in it, because here I have just got the what is that tag itself. I got the HTML tag itself, but in the next thing, in get elements by class name, I have got one HTML collection. Inside it, there is a thing called html.dom. So what does it mean is, if I want to access this h1, I need to use it is stored like an array. Why? Actually, I may have a different, let's say, using the class name, we can have multiple elements, right? So if we have more than 2 or 3 elements, when I give the name also, it says elements by get elements by class name. So all the 3 came here, and then I can access it using of 0, of 1, and then of 2 from here. So it is just like an array. I can also check the length of it. So if I check the length of it, what it will say? It will say 3. So if I want to access 0th element, and then I can access the 0th element. So first element I can access. So first DOM1, DOM2, but class name is same, but content inside it may be different, right? So I am accessing the first element or second element. So whatever element I need, I want to access, I can access through 0, 1, 2, because it just saves as an array. So it will be clear. So we are accessing the second element from it. This dot. Okay. What are the other things? Tag name by tag name. Elements by tag name. Tag name meaning, what is the tags here? I can say h1 is the tag here. So check how it is coming. This also comes as a this also comes as an array. So HTML collection. So if I want to access any of it, I need to call of 1, 2, 3. And also there is another thing, name. Get elements by name. So if you have input elements with some name, so you can access, you can get those elements using get elements by name. I can, let me search any example is there. I have not given. We can get nothing if wait. See, if there are some input tags, I can access this input tag by get elements by name. So what is f name here? F name is the name. So f name. So they are getting it. It is also coming as an array. So they are accessing it of 0. They are doing something. They are just getting this element, and then they are just printing this tag. We won't do those stuffs. We can get this element, and then we can change the value of it. We can change value equal to 100, let's say. This is text element. See, if I'm changing it, the value got changed. So mostly we will use for these kind of purpose. If I'm clicking it, I should change this or anything. So what I wanted to say from here is there is another selector, get elements by name. By using this, we can access the input elements which has the name which we are giving it here, and then it will also store as an array, so we can access it using by accessing as of 0, 1, and then by the position, by its index position, we can access it. Okay. And then what are the other things are there? There are other two things are there. Query selectors. Actually, I have read it somewhere. Mostly, people will use query selector. Actually, I have not used JavaScript DOM elements much, but still, I have read it somewhere. Like they'll use this query selectors most of the times. So what it will do? So query selector is nothing. It's what is that query, it just queries the selector which is having like p dot intro. What is intro? It is just a class. So I'm going to select, I can write it here itself. Why we need to go there? So let me console all the things, and then console dot log of here document dot query selector. First, we will just check query selector, and then we will go to query selector all. Query selector of H1. I think we need to put it inside the quotes. Yes. Query selector of H1. Let me first check this. So what it gave? So I have just selected Q1. Sorry, H1. So H1 tag. There are many H1 tags, but since I used only query selector, it just gave me only one H1. That is the first H1. So it gave me this. So I can write it as query selector all. So what it is doing? So it is showing um, all the 4 H1 tags as an array. Okay. So I can also query selector of or all having an ID intro. So what only one element has an ID intro, right? Here only one element having an ID intro. So it gave that. So I can also do dot DOM. So there are 3 elements. So what we have achieved is we have achieved all the things we achieved in this, right? Without going to use a class name, tag name, and then ID. Instead of that, we can directly use the tag name here, H1. And also we can, if we want only by ID, we can give it like this. I hope we cannot give like this. Let me check. I'm not sure. Yeah, we can. So we can do whatever we want. Right. Okay, down. So we can add tag names or class names or ID names, and also you can access like okay, after teaching the navigations, I can we will teach the navigations in the next thing, and then I'll teach that. Okay, are you clear till now? Like how we are accessing the elements. So first we will access, and then we may change the color, and then anything we can do. So these are the methods. Using this, we can access the elements. So I think it's better to know the you need to know how it works, but still this is the better thing to use, right? Because only one thing is accessing, uh, which contains all the functionalities which we are using it here. Okay. Dot dom. Fine. So we can go to, where is that? Navigation. We will first see this. Actually, how to navigate. Actually, we already told it is like a tree. So as I told, head tags parent tag is HTML tag, right? Body tags. I don't know whether I have taught you this already. I'm not sure. I remember that I have said something. Okay. Parent H1 tags parent is body, and then this H1 tags are siblings to each other. And then I can say this is the last child, and this is the first child, and then this is the second child. I think I cannot access like a third child and all. I can access like 0, 3 only. But first child I can access, I know, and then second last child I can access, I know. Maybe we can access second child too. Uh, so it has a relationship like our family relationship. It is the parent, and then I can say if there is an another span tag inside it. I will go to style. By giving span tag, we need to add some specific things to it, right? So that's it. That's why I have added some color to it. Okay. Okay. So H1 tag is the parent. H1 tag is the parent for this span tag, and then body tag is the grandparent for this. So it has a hierarchy. It has a tree. We already shown some tree. So it has a hierarchy like this. So let me go. So there are navigation between nodes: parent node, child nodes, first child, next child, and then next sibling, and then previous sibling. So we can go navigate through the document through these commands. So not through these selectors. So what we can do is first we can see get query selector of hash dom dom dot first child. We know we can change the style, right? We already know. I think style dot color equal to. I think I'm not sure it will work. Right? My syntax is correct. Child of undefined. First child dom dot first child. First, let me color of undefined. Okay. I'll check the syntax of this and then we can see console.log first child. Let me access this. So what it came? So it just give this. What it gave is DOM. I have selected the first element, so it gave the text elements inside it. So if I give last child, use பண்ணதே இல்ல. Actually, it will be useful because in Angular and then other things, we have some other methods. Child nodes of 0. Then it should come, right? First child dot node value. I can write it like this. Query selector all of DOM and then first child. Maybe wait. I'll just give document.getElement by ID itself. Maybe this thing does not have this get element by ID of get elements by class name. We can access get elements by class name dot first child, class name of DOM, undefined. We got the text node, that is fine. But first child, get first child from DOM. They are using document.getElement by ID of menu and then dot first child and then node name. நம்மளும் அதே தானே பண்றோம். We are also getting, okay, let me just try with the last ID because only ID is having that elements 2, elements 1. So ID of intro dot first child. Let me remove all this. DOM elements 1, DOM elements 2. So we have 2 ID. So elements 1, first child also it is showing the same item. Seriously, I don't know why it's not working. Okay, let me check tomorrow and then I'll say these things. Okay, for now we can see how we can access what are we can access as parent node and then what is that child node and then first name, sorry, first child, and also we can access also as a root node. We will get HTML, and also we can access like next sibling. So we can see examples for these things tomorrow. I will work it out in the previously and then I'll do. I didn't think that it won't work. Okay, what is the time? Okay, we will see the stylings and then we can wrap the class. So what we can do, we can add style dot color. So color also, background color, we can change anything here. So all the styles you can change it from here. You check on your own, like, okay, if I give a query selector all, so what I need to give. So we can check now itself. Change the color of panel. Change the color using query selector all. So same thing only. If we can get element sorry, query selector all of tag DOM, and then அதான கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, query selector, and then style dot background is equal to red. Query selector of DOM dot style okay. We need to give, otherwise we cannot access this. என்ன பிரச்சனை உங்களுக்கு? இதுலயே அதான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க Stack Overflowலையும், but it's not coming. Query selector of dot DOM. Okay. Okay. Document dot style dot color equal to pink. Yeah, it got changed. Color got changed. So if I want to change the color of second element, I can change. So I can also change the background color. I change the background color of it, and then you can add all the styles which we are using, right? We can set the height here, and then width here, and then let me say 100. Hover over it. All the things you can access. So height is 100 pixel, and then now the background color got applied as red. So what are the things we have seen today? Let me summarize because it was a little bit clumsy. I was going there and then. So let me summarize. So what are the things we have seen? How to get the elements. So we can get the elements in 4 ways using like get elements. So get elements by ID, and then get element by class name, and then tag name, and also using the name. So after accessing this, we can change the style of it, and also we can add elements and then remove elements after accessing this. We will see that later. For now, what we have seen is uh, apart from this, we can also access using query selector and also query selector all. After accessing it, we added styles to it. So what is pending is we could not navigations. There are we have studied that we can navigate through elements in like a family tree. First element, first node, and then last node. I think node we should have tried. Let me try at last, otherwise we will see later. First node. I'm not sure. I'm checking. I'm not sure. No, undefined, right? If we have search, if we can search the syntax, we will get it in internet. So what we can do is we can traverse like this using a first child, last child, and then sibling, next sibling, and then parent node. So we can access like this, that we can see in the next session. And also we can add animations using this. Let me just see one example whether we have covered. I'll just check whether we have covered those stuffs. Mm. Okay, we have covered. So we can see what they have done it here. What they have done it, document or get element by id of animate. So what from this line, what it will do, document or get element by id of animate. So this div will come in the element, right? So if I put console.log here, this division will come. So we got that element using this. Fine. So in the element it will be there. Fine. First thing is done. So position, they are initializing the position is equal to 0. Fine. They are initializing some variable to 0. And then where id is to set interval of frame comma 5. So they are calling a function. You all should know how the syntax works, because we have been used twice. So after an interval of 5, it will call this function. This is function. So it will call this function after each 5 seconds. Actually, we will use milliseconds. 5 milliseconds actually. For every 5 milliseconds, this function will get called. So in that function, what they are doing? In that function, they are just checking if the position equal to 350. So they are doing something here. First it will go to the else part, because if the position is not equal to 350, right? Because the position is 0. So um it will go to the else part, and then position plus plus. What it will do, position will become 1. It was 0, so it will become 1. And then element dot style dot top. So what is that element? Animate dot, in using style, they are just changing the top of this element equal to 1 pixel. So first it is 0 pixel. When I'm clicking it, let me add 5 seconds, and then position plus position equal to position plus 10. Okay, I need to click on it. Yeah, it was working. Let me say 1 second. Click me. After 1 second, it is changing. There's a difference, right? What it is doing after 1 second, it is changing its position with plus 10. 10. If I'm changing it to 100, its position is getting changed to 100. Okay, greater than 350 we need to write, because they are increasing it by 111. So definitely it will reach to 350. But I was uh, I was increasing it by 100. So it will be 100, and then 200, and then 300, and then it will go to the 400 directly. So this condition was not satisfied, so it went outside, but now it will work. It will come, it won't go outside of it. Okay, greater than 350, 300. Okay, it is based on some condition, it will stop. Based on the height of this box, they have given some condition. So actually, they're just changing the top of the element every 1 second. So it looks like it is they are animating it. So how they are animating? They are just changing the top of the element after 1 second. So they are getting it by this, and then they are just changing the style, and then also the left also, because it is going, previously it was here and then here, and then so left is also changing. So we can also change color each time when using the random color method. I can change the color also. Randomly I can change the color of the square, so it will be colorful also. So we can sorry, I'll explain this. So what they are doing is, after some point of time, like after reaching it here, so what they are doing is clear interval. So every time we are setting interval, right, it won't we need to clear it. If I'm not giving it also, here they are using just to stop it, because after some point of time they want to stop it, so they are doing. But it is a best practice to clear the interval. If we are setting some interval on some object, some we are setting some interval on some functions, we need to clear it out. That is the best practice. There are some problems will arise if we are not clearing it, that you can come to know when you're working in project. So yeah, that's it. uh, I hope you can start working on small project, because the project which we have seen that day covers these topics only. We need to cover DOM navigations, and also click events, because I did not here there is a thing called on click, we have not studied. And also there are many other events also, like hovering over it and then double click. There are many other event listeners are there. We will see those things tomorrow. So mostly by this end of the week you should start some project. Just search on it in internet from now, and then get a nice project, and then get approval from me or Vale or Shubha. No need from two of us, from any of us, myself or Vale, and then you can start doing some small project. But before work, if you're working on big thing, just get an approval from us, and then you can start working. But definitely by this end of this week, you should at least do some small thing at least. இருக்கீங்களா? 6 பேர் இருக்கீங்களா?